This is lesson 1.1 for algebra. 1.1 has about 6 vocabulary terms, so you need to write these down. Here are the terms. The first one is variable. Now, variable is a symbol, usually a letter, that represents one or more numbers. I'm sure you've heard variable plenty of times, so just jot it down in your notes so that you have it in case you have a brain fart. Algebraic expression is a math phrase that can include numbers, variables, and operation symbols. So the difference between an expression and an equation, remember, is that an equation has an equal sign. An expression does not have an equal sign. So this would be like 2x minus 10 is an expression. All right, and then the last 4, you need to memorize these. Sum means to add, difference means to subtract, product means to multiply, and quotient means to divide. So just make sure those are at the beginning of your notebook. All right, so the main part of this lesson is writing algebraic expressions for a written sentence. So your first step is always going to be to define a variable. So it means writing down what your variable stands for. So if it says 4 times your age, you have to think, okay, what are they looking for? Well, they don't know my age, so A equals your age. This is called defining a variable, where you put what A is and then you write your age. So, 3 less lawns than I cut last week. So, L equals the number of lawns cut last week. That is a good definition of a variable. L equals lawns. This definition needs more clarity. So, you need to be pretty specific when you define the variable. You wouldn't like it if you're trying to do a problem and they only gave you a little piece of information. You like it when there's a lot of information so that you can understand it better. Okay, so writing an algebraic expression. So A, define your variable. B, write the expression with your variable. So 4 times your age, A equals your age, and then my expression would be 4A. That is the simplest one you could ever do. 2 hours longer than I played last time. Now, here's what everybody wants to do. They want to say 2 hours longer than I played last time. So you do 2 plus P. That is not correct. You have to get into the habit of saying, okay, H is the amount of hours I played last time, and then it would be, you'd start with H, because that's what you did last time, and then you'd add 2. So you'd get H plus 2. All right, so these are possibly confusing. I have $2 more than you. You have $8. So you could set this up as 8 plus 2 is 10. Pretty much most of us could do that in our head. Or 2 plus 8. See how they're different? They're in different spots. Equals 10. That is totally fine. With addition, they both equal the same answer. Notice that? With addition, they both equal the same. But look here. I have $2 less than you. I have $8. This one has to be set up a certain way. So if you do 8 minus 2, you get 6. Okay? Or you could say, I have $2 less, and then you would start with 2 minus 8, and that's negative 6. You get a completely different answer. So you have to be careful with how you set that up. You have to start with whatever you start with, like you have $8, and then minus 2. Think of it logically. Does it make sense? Okay, so try these 3 problems, and then we will go over them. All right, number 1, $5,000 more than the cost of the house. So I'm going to have C equals the cost of the house. So it would be C plus 5,000 is my variable expression, algebraic expression. C plus 5,000. 5,000 more than the cost of the house. You start with the house and then you add 5,000. 4 less than the number of kids yesterday. So K is going to equal the number of kids yesterday. So this would be like in my class, how many kids I had yesterday. And it would be 4 less. So you start with K and you minus 4. K is how many you had yesterday. Let's say you had 20. And then you minus 4. So it'll be 20 minus 4 is 16. But if you did 4 minus K, that is completely wrong. Because 4 minus 20, I can't have negative 16 kids in a class. So you just try, see how I just picked a random number of 20 and plugged it in? That really helps. I do that all the time in math. I played 2 times longer than I did last time. So T equals the time I played last. So then it would be 2 times longer. So it'd be 2 times T. All right, that's all for now.